Hey traders, David Frost from Inside the Numbers. In this video, we're going to show you how not only did we catch low of day today and the reasons why, but we're going to go over other trades that all happened within the first 90 minutes of the trading day. Who's this for? It's for two primary groups of people. A is for traders who are already members of Inside the Numbers, and B for traders who are active in the market in the S&P 500 during the trading day or would like to be active in the S&P 500 during the trading day, whether it's with options, exchange-traded products, leveraged products, the futures contract, the ES contract, even the micro contracts, any or all of the above. This is who that's for. What is Inside the Numbers? It's quite simple. It's a service I produce every single day where I provide two primary things. A, stocks on the move. Stocks that are moving in the pre-market that we can identify that zone. What is that zone? They're headed to a destination. One of two things is going to happen. They're either going to have a reaction in the other direction or they're going to hang out for a cup of coffee. The second thing Inside the Numbers is for S&P 500 traders. As such, I provide commentary that starts long before the opening bell and extends through about 90 minutes of the morning session and then into the afternoon if it's an active day. To get the full and complete concept, let's go over what happened from before the opening bell through the morning session so that you have an idea of whether or not Inside the Numbers is something that you would like to take advantage of. I'll give you a clue in advance. Traders of Inside the Numbers had several trades today. It was what we call a bonanza. It's a Monday morning. We're waking up to a snapback from the market being down pretty hard on the previous Friday. We want to get the lay of the land. Is it a dead cat bounce? Will it turn out to be something more? The pre-market commentary is to set the table so that we can show up in uniform, ready to go. I'm referencing back information from the weekend video in this particular case. This is where the whole thing ties together. The videos every night, Lazy E-mini Trader, and Inside the Numbers. It's a three-pillar approach with continuing education with an optional PhD. So let's get into the numbers. Last week, they get into a zone, so we're looking for a bounce. Doesn't mean it has to happen, but the awareness is they should find stability in this zone, at minimum for a period of time. So they stop there on Friday. What will happen on Monday? We have an early pivot. That's what we're using to determine the bull or the bear case. 448.85 is our early pivot. This is when the market was up big in the pre-market, but it's still the early pivot. Are they going to go much higher, or are they going to find overhead resistance? This was posted at 0 dark 30. We're now focused on the SPY 5-minute chart. Right of the vertical is today's activity, and what you can see is the high of day was 448.92. The opening print was 448.65. They opened below, they ran up to the number, and they fell away. So far, that was high of day. Discussed as an important spot, the early pivot at 0 dark 30. Let's put one in the column for the good guys. Opening above does some stuff. We don't have to worry about it. You just saw they didn't do that. We have stuff above as a just in case. We want to get the lay of the land. We need to know both sides of the tape early in the morning. That's part of the pregame routine. Now let's go see what happened as we start to get closer to the opening bell. They got stronger leading up into the open. So the thought process is buying begets buying. FOMO sets in. Then comes panic buying. We'll let them go at the open. We don't want to chase them. We want to get the lay of the land before uncovering the opportunity that lies within. This is about a mindset showing up in the morning. As we get closer to the opening bell, 9:21, food for thought. The comments about panic buying. We'll see how high they pushed this morning, but the concept has them putting in a morning pivot high. Once they do, we'll see a pullback, failure, or otherwise. We don't know yet. Think of it as a probable pre-market schematic. Okay, stay with me. Let's see what else we have, such as the 9:24 post. for aggressive traders. 448.85 is the pivot and was magnetic, which tells us it's a spot and it's important. Could take some time, but even if they spike it, there should be some resistance and a pullback from around that spot. It's an aggressive early short opportunity. It starts to look wrong with candle closes above 449.50. There's your aggressive trader setup. As a refresher, back to the 5-minute chart, they opened right below it. They ran up 2 and a few pennies above 448.85, and they were rejected from 448.85, which was overhead resistance. Okay, let's see what else we have. By 9:31, if you took the short at the open, need to book profit along the way as they fall and hold a trailer for 448 or lower. It's a scalp trade to start with and the potential for more. At 9:31, you don't know that the market's going to collapse all the way down. They were very strong in the pre-market, so you start with the norm, what normally happens most of the time. By 9:34, traders who were short should have booked profit by now, and it was, in fact, a nice trade. We're expecting some back and forth. Let's see what else we have. For me, by 9:36, the short was over at 448. I was completely content within the first 5-6 minutes of the trading day, first 5-6 minutes of the week to book a nice, easy profit. It's a great way to start the week, even if you leave some opportunity on the table. There's another trade around the corner, such as 9:38. If they get to and below 447, I would buy it. 447, give or take, is support. Back to the 5-minute chart. This line here is 447. This candle was the low, 446.77. They turned around, and the high in the next candle was 447.79. That's over a dollar bounce or about 10 S&P handles, ES handles from a spike below 447. And what we had was 446.50 is still important from last week. So you had a little bit of a safety net on that opportunity. Let's keep going. So by 9:44, traders who took this one need to book profit along the way. The goal is to get them back to and above 448. Remember, they got to 447.99. No accidents, no coincidences. Now, let's fast forward a little bit in time, see what else happened during the morning session. How about a 10 o'clock post? If they fell more, I would buy them again at 446.30, give or take. Never know. If they're willing to give it, I'm willing to take it. Same scalp trade routine. For this one, you have to go to a 1-minute chart to see it. 446.30 is this line here. This candle low, 446.21. Couple of minutes later, the high was 446.91. Just a scalp trade, but the concept of the numbers work nonetheless. The next thing we'll look at is the 10-10 post. Next important spot is 455.50. Candle closes below can be a problem for the bulls. So at this point, what I'm saying is I'm not doing anything. I'm keeping the profits in the pocket. They gave a number of quick trades this morning. We want to wait for the ideal setup. I'm watching. By 10:17, how about a just-in-caser? This is an area we've been discussing in the videos every night. 445.14, and therefore, if they drop them to that spot, there would be a test administered, meaning under normal garden variety conditions, they're not going to just blow right on through. Here's a 15-minute chart, same vertical. 445.14 is that number. The low of day was not a lot lower than that. It was a spike of it. They got below it. They snapped back. Low of day, 444.87. They ran a retest, and they're trying to recover. It's a look at a combination of what we discuss each and every night and then how it unfolds during the trading day for Inside the Number members. So that was a chunk of the morning commentary. Hope you get the point. Hope you want to come over and try out Inside the Numbers. Thanks for tuning in. I'm David Frost, my strategic forecast, and this was a snapshot of Inside the Numbers and how it works together with everything else we're doing in the 3-pillar approach. I appreciate all the members of Inside the Numbers who work very, very hard each and every day. This is a business, and we treat it as such.